His father, Peter Savinkoff, was one of more than 200 children seized by the government in the 1950s.
That trauma that New Denver instilled in him, as my mom said earlier, lived with him till the day he died, because he went back to be that little boy that was torn away from his parents and never got, and I'm sorry, we were wrong.
Many of the Doukhobors fled Russia and settled in the Kootenay boundary region in the late 1800s. The province admits that it later targeted the Sons of Freedom Doukhobors, a group within the Doukhobor community. The Sons of Freedom were known for their naked protests and periodically burning down their own homes as a rejection of materialism. Adults were imprisoned and children were forcibly removed from their families and placed in institutions, namely a makeshift school in New Denver. The only contact with their families through a chain-link fence.
My dad starved in New Denver. He was a small man, and he was always hungry, and he was afraid.
The Attorney General issued a private apology in Castlegar and Grand Forks this week, along with a $10 million compensation package, around $3 million of which is allocated for mental health and well-being supports for survivors and their families.
We will make sure that the message and the components of it are guided by our discussions with survivors and their families.
The proposal still does not address the personal, individual compensation that we were all searching for.
For Laura Savinkoff, she says keeping the Doukhobor culture alive is imperative and hopes this funding will allow her children to do so.
This is up to us now. Those of us, the survivors that are still alive, but our children, it's up to them.
Premier David Eby is expected to make a formal apology in the legislature on February 27th. Corey Bullock, CBC News, Cranbrook.